BoogeyMan band coming round the bend. Is BoogeyMan band. Is BoogeyMan band.
My fellow Fright Fiends, and thanks so much for dropping by. I hope everyone's doing well. It's your buddy BoogeyMan Ben. Just wanted to do a small intro to this On Location, BoogeyMan On Location video. 3 weeks ago, to be exact, I was down in San Luis Obispo for a business trip, and was down there in my work car, my work vehicle, which is a first for me. I've never had a job where I had a work vehicle. But it's about 3.5 hours from where I live. I drove down there on a Sunday, and on Wednesday, which was the 26th of January, I was leaving to head back home, and I asked my manager if it was okay if on my way back home if I took an excursion through the town of Cambria. Cambria is the location for the town Canaima in the 1990 horror classic Arachnophobia, directed by Frank Marshall, produced by Steven Spielberg, starring Jeff Daniels, Julian Sands, the Warlock himself, Stuart Pankin, and of course the amazing John Goodman. I remember watching this film as a kid. I didn't see it in the movie theaters. I saw it on VHS. I rented it, but loved it. I've never been terrified of spiders. I'm more terrified of snakes for some reason, but this movie really will make your skin crawl, and it's a lot of really cool, like, 90s nostalgia when I watch it. It really just takes me back to that time. Has very dark subject matter, but also has a really good sense of humor as well. And I just think it's balanced so beautifully, just like a movie like April Fool's Day or American Werewolf in London. Just has that perfect balance. And I was surprised when I did some research on this that no one else had covered this. So Horror's Hallowed Grounds, Sean Clark, who's up here for me, he's just the pinnacle of horror movie locations. And then you have Grim Life Collective, and they've been doing quite a big gamut of different locations. And what I'm trying to do this year is I'm trying to go against the grain and focus on movies that a lot of people aren't talking about. And this just happened to be a perfect fit. You know, it just happened to sort of coincide with a trip of mine that this was close to the location from this film. And I just thought it'd be fun to drive through the town and see how many locations I could find. And I found quite a few. They were kind of spread out from Cambria and Paso Robles. So, yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this, and I'll come back with my closing thoughts, and here we go.
Okay, this actual shot where the hearse is driving into town, this is actually on the opposite side of town. This is actually driving down the same street where Jeff Daniels' character's office is located. Now, the funeral home was the location I was looking forward to the most. This was just an iconic gingerbread-style building, and I love that they had little touches of arachnophobia in the windows. They had little spiders. It's an antique store. Unfortunately, it was closed the day that I went there, but what a fantastic time just walking around this building, and just it with the lamppost in the front yard, the fence, the color of the building. It just looks exactly like it did 32 years ago when the film came out. So the location for Ross Jennings' doctor's office was identical to how it looked in the film. So a little fun fact is that I've actually there's a restaurant at this location. You can't see it from the vantage point I'm at now, but my wife and I ate there when we visited Cambria in 2007 after visiting Hearst Castle. Now this shot here where the spider crawls out the dog door and it's picked up by the crow, that's actually the same building, but it was cheat. This was actually a cheat where it looked like that building was across the street from the actual funeral home, which it isn't. That's on the opposite side of town. So Suite 11 was Ross Jennings' office. As you can see right here, that is Mary Carver, who played Margaret Holland, and the great Jeff Daniels walking out of that office. And I'm going to follow the same path that they did. Here's my vantage point. Beautiful day in Cambria when I shot this. So I'm going to go down the stairs. And as you can see, this shop's upstairs sign, even though it looks different, is still in the same placement. And in fact, the Casa de Anno jewelry awning is still there as well. So that business existed in 1990 when they shot the film. Very, very cool. Now here are some interior shots of what is to be the same location, but I already noticed one thing that's off, which leads me to believe that this is not the same location for the interior scenes, and that's because when they walk out of the office, when Mary Carver and Jeff Daniels walk out of the office, there's a picture hanging on the wall when they open the door. Here it's a much more open space. Again, I could not go into this office that was located in Cambria because it wasn't occupied. So my thoughts are that this was actually a set that was built to mimic the look and feel of the doctor's office from the real location. The Kendall residence, Irv and Blair, of course Irv being the mortician, that was a ways from where I was when I was at the mortuary location, as well as Ross Jennings' office. This was up a bit. It was on Richard Avenue. It was a private residence, so I was very respectful of the people that lived there, but it was really fun finding it. A few modifications have been made to it, but otherwise it looks exactly like it did in the film. Of course, I don't know if these interior scenes were shot there because it was a private home, and I assume this is probably the same location, but again, couldn't prove it. So like I said, a few modifications, but otherwise the house looks almost exactly like it did in the film. Paint job is a little bit different, but still the structure itself is identical. Now the location of Margaret Holland's house, this was way out there. This is actually the Halter Ranch tasting room and winery. It was closed, it's by appointment only, but I got these great shots, but this was way out in Paso Robles, so this wasn't even in Cambria. Now in the movie, all of these locations are supposed to be in the same general area, but they're actually very, very spread out, which is really interesting and just more Hollywood magic. This house looks identical to how it looked in the movie. Just everything about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. If you guys ever have a chance to make it out to this area, it's kind of on this isolated road out in the middle of nowhere. It took me about 45 to 50 minutes to get there from Cambria. But yeah, what a beautiful area, and that whole welcoming party for Ross Jennings and his family that Mary Carver hosts. It's really, really cool, and it was really a trip being there and just realizing how much was actually shot here for the film.
So I hope everyone really enjoyed that. I had such a blast doing that segment. It was so much fun going to all these various locations that look so much like they did 32 years ago in this movie. It really just shocked me. But yeah, a lot of fun. I have more planned for this year. I have a very special announcement coming up. It'll be my next video. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about, some plans I have for the channel and for some personal goals of mine that I want to achieve this year and beyond, that I want to bring my fellow fiends into. So I hope everyone will look forward to that. Let me know what you guys think of this segment down in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys are a fan of this film, Arachnophobia. Also, let me know if you like the on-location segments that I'm doing. Let me know if there's any that maybe you would want to see that haven't been covered. Thanks so much again for dropping by. Hope everyone's doing well. I promise I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Hey fellow Fright Fiends, just want to say thank you again for supporting BoogeyMan Ben's Horror Zone. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I typically do this once or twice a week with new content. I've been doing this for over 11 years and the horror genre is a passion of mine, and it really means a lot to me that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again later. Take it easy, stay scared as always. Peace.